I am thoroughly disturbed. I was just at a Circle K in Arizona, walked there after I went to dinner, and I had a video planned out that I was going to make about some sort of business strategy that I've been thinking through. But there was a homeless person right outside of the Circle K, and she said, "Hey, do you have any spare change?" I said, "No, I don't, but I can get you some food inside. What do you want?" And she said, "I don't want food. I just want money." And she said it with almost disgust. She said, like, obviously she didn't want food because she wanted drugs. And then it just comes down to, obviously she doesn't want to be homeless outside of a Circle K asking for money, refusing any sort of food because she's addicted to drugs. But how do you really get there? It's probably just a few small decisions. You try a drug once and then you come to like it. And then you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get that at the next party. And then you say, you know what? I kind of want to use that drug when I go to bed. And then eventually you're hooked on it to where you're using it every single day. Because no one wants to be addicted to drugs. I think everybody has the stature saying, oh, I would never get addicted to drugs. Obviously, I would think that. But people still do. And nobody wants to be addicted to it, which is why I would absolutely never try any drugs, because I've seen too many people that just get addicted to it and completely lose their mind. And you hear stories after stories of people who get over this addiction maybe 20, 30 years later. And the way that they think about it is their body and their mind just didn't have an option. They just needed it. And it's some scary, scary shit. And it makes my stomach twist on the inside, even just thinking about it. When I was in the little Circle K I got a protein bar, some like protein milk, some strawberry milk, some beef jerky, just to get, some protein snacks. And I just wanted to throw up uh, because how many decisions away are you from going down that path? It really just takes one or two. I think it's like the butterfly effect or something. It's for me, that is something that is terrifying, absolutely terrifying, because I know that it is almost incontrollable when you do get hooked on something like that. Because I've known people with incredibly strong willpower that had every single reason to quit, but they didn't, and because they couldn't, because there is a disease. Uh, it is crazy. And it's because of that why I like to do things in such moderation. I don't like to drink even once a week, probably less than that. And if I do drink a few times in a week, like I did during the holidays, I'll take a few weeks off. Just pretty much everything. And I do realize that I'm addicted to bad food. When I am feeling down, or even if I get excited, my first reaction is, hey, let me go get a pizza, some French fries, some sort of fried, high saturated food. And you could call that addiction. I am addicted to the sugar or the dopamine that those bad foods provide me. Whereas I know I feel better if I eat one ingredient food that are high in protein, but I don't always do that. Why? I know that it is better for me if I only ate super good food, but I don't. Why? uh, I don't know. That's, I guess, a question for myself. And then something else I've been thinking about slightly is success is lonely. At least a lot of the times, I believe. I've had quite a few people ask me, oh, are you lonely now that you're living on your own and kind of just working all day, every day? That is the sacrifice that I think you have to be willing to make if you want to get to the place where you want to go. It takes sacrifice. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have the best of all worlds. It takes some degree of sacrifice to do pretty much anything. I could elaborate on that a lot further, which was the goal of this video, or what I was planning on for my, the 1,000 days where I'm going to be making these, at least while I was at dinner. But I just couldn't get that off my mind on my walk home. It is I mean, if you have been surrounded by someone who's addicted to drugs, you realize that it is not pretty. And I truly do feel bad for this lady that I saw at the Circle K, which is like a little convenience store, 7-Eleven type of ordeal. I mean, if you are homeless and you don't want food, oh man, it's really, really sad. I guess I'll end this here because Maybe I'll do the other video tomorrow. Maybe not. I'll probably, hopefully, have something else in mind. Again, working all day, every day. I did get some pickleball in today. Waking up early, just going to the gym, working, constantly doing this. It's pretty good right now. Can't complain. Making strides with, I think I know exactly where we need to go, and I have a pretty good vision as to how we're going to get there. Then it's really just what happened when there's some sort of roadblock. How do you overcome it? Because there's constant problems. You could plan something out to the actual highest possible degree on this grand chess master board, but the world doesn't look like. But the world doesn't work like that. Every single time I have some sort of plan, there's, at least for, let's say, this sort of business strategy or what I have in mind, there's always some sort of right hook from Mike Tyson. There always is. And then it's just, what do you do when that problem arises and how do you overcome it? There's constant problems. That's what running a business really is. Anyways, I've got to go.